Ohtani also with the Dodgers. Three-peat? Three-peats? Why are you shaking your head? You mad about this?
I'm not pleased.
I'm a Mets fan. I should be more mad than you, but
Why aren't you more mad about this?
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm not as mad as you would think I would be. Because of the fact that this is what I want my team to do, so I can't critique the other team with the hopes that my team potentially is the team that pays the most for all of the greatest players in the sport and getting them on my team.
Yeah.
So I can't have that out there. That said, this is different than Alonso and Nimmo and Diaz, who also was on the Dodgers.
Yes.
Because it seems like this was not their plan. Those three guys they wanted to say goodbye to. In this case, I think they wanted Tucker, and they missed on him. So huge news. Congrats to the Dodgers, and more on that to come. Now, you heard the audio there about the game this weekend between Buffalo and Denver, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's the first game of the postseason, first game of the weekend, on Saturday. And we have talked, guys, about Josh Allen, Bills, pressure's on, no Mahomes, no Lamar, no Burrow. How special does Josh Allen need to be for the Bills to beat the Broncos?
Well, based on the reports coming out of Denver, it sounds like the Denver Broncos defense is content letting Josh Allen get his, and they want to shut the faucet off on James Cook and everybody else. Remember back to the playoff game last year in wild card round, what really hurt the Denver Broncos is the run game for the Buffalo Bills. They rushed for over 200 yards and held the ball for over 41 minutes. It's hard to win a playoff football game when you only have the ball 18 minutes. And that was the case for Denver. So I think that the lessons, the learnings that Sean Payton and that group are going to take from that is making sure that you make the Buffalo Bills offense one-dimensional and give yourself the best chance to dictate the complexion of the game. Because if you fight it on the Bills' terms, then you're not going to get a lot of opportunities to keep pace when it comes to scoring points.
But are they going to be able to do that with all the obstacles that they're facing? I mean, they are really banged up. Josh Allen is dealing with injuries. He's got a foot, a left knee, his throwing hand. He was checked for a concussion. There were 14 other Bills listed on the injury report this week. Denver, meanwhile, is rested. The Bills barely escaped Jacksonville. They have to go on the road to Denver, play at altitude, and the Broncos have won 13 of their past 14 home games. They were 8-1 in Denver this season. Josh Allen, I know that he was banged up in that game versus Jacksonville, and he was Superman, and they were able to walk away with the win, a huge road victory for them. But this Denver Broncos team is a whole different animal, and like I said, they're rested. He's going to have to be remarkable, I think, in order for the Bills to win this game.
Well, all of the things that you just brought up are valid concerns. You know what helps alleviate that? Running the damn football. So the Bills have to approach this. They have to attack this with the urgency that the five guys up front in the run game are going to have to be what wins the day. That is the matchup to watch. That Bills offensive line, that Bills run game against the front seven of the Denver Broncos defense. And if the Denver Broncos defense can't throw that run game off schedule, then Denver ain't going to win this football game.
You just took me back to, sorry, Smalls, the greatest show on turf against the Pats when afterwards, everyone was like, what was the game plan? And you realize it wasn't to take Kurt Warner out. It was to take Marshall Faulk out of the game. And that the focus was always the pass. And they were like, no, it's that guy that maybe you could actually take them out of the game.
Josh, it's letting Kobe score 60 and making sure that nobody else scores.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But will that work, considering how good Josh Allen has gotten? And the turnovers are not as bad as they used to be with Josh Allen. The injuries, Smalls rightfully brings up, he, to me, is one of these guys, if you say he has 2 broken legs and 2 broken arms, I say, yeah, and?
You're not going to count him out.
No. He's just the injuries don't matter to me with him because he plays through it.
I completely agree with you. And here's the other thing. The Denver Broncos are the close game experts. They have 11 wins in one-score games this year. But if this is a fourth-quarter game and it's one possession, tell me you wouldn't want to take the Buffalo Bills because of Josh Allen over the Denver Broncos.
I absolutely
And
would.
I like Bo Nix.
Absolutely
It's not even a knock on the Broncos. It's Josh Allen. He's best player left in the postseason. He may be the best player in the sport. Now, he's going against a team with a head coach that you played for, CC, in a roundabout way. He was on the Cowboys staff when you were there, so you know him inside and out, Sean Payton. And Booger McFarland, ESPN NFL and college football analyst, was on PTI on ESPN with Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon and had this to say about what question Sean Payton should ask himself.
Here's the question you got to ask yourself. How much am I going to put on Bo Nix's plate? Because Bo Nix is the key. The last time these two teams played each other, which was in the playoffs last year, Bo Nix wasn't ready for the moment. Now, fast forward 365 days or so, now Buffalo is coming to Denver's house, and Denver's the 1 seed. If you're Bo Nix, are you going to perform better? Are you going to play better? If you're Sean Payton, how much of the meat and potatoes do you put on Bo Nix's plate? I think the defense will play well, but you're not going to beat Josh Allen 17-14. They're going to have to score in the mid-20s, and if Bo Nix can do it and he can play turnover-free football, they'll win.
Well, he played turnover-free football in the wild card round last year. Bo Nix wasn't the problem for the Denver Broncos last year. They just got outclassed, and they didn't have the ball. It's hard to win a football game when you don't have the ball. And that's the case. So the question is, can that Denver Broncos defense, this vaunted defense that led the league in sacks, can they get off the field? And the answer last year was they couldn't. The Buffalo Bills were better than 50% on third down, and they were a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. Sean McDermott is going to be aggressive in terms of extending drives. If it's 4th and 2 or less, guess what? They're probably going for it.
Everybody does these days.
Well, they do, but guess what? Everybody ain't got Josh Allen, who was BYOB, bring your own blocker.
Yeah.
So if the Buffalo Bills aren't thrown off schedule when it comes to negative plays on early downs and distances, particularly in the run game, the Denver Broncos don't have a snowball's chance in hell of winning this football game. As great as Sean Payton is off of the bye, 3-0 as the Denver Broncos coach off of the bye, as awesome as this defense is, as great as the playmakers that we've seen with that young wide receiver core for Denver are, if they can't find a way to get off the field, if they can't find a way to win on third downs against this Buffalo Bills offense, then they're not going to win.
Yeah, and I believe that Bo Nix can absolutely live up to the moment and step up in this game.
I do too.
But if you ask me to ask Bo Nix to outplay Josh Allen, I don't believe that. He can do that. If you ask him to be the guy...
He's got to play the course. It's not about outplaying Josh Allen. He's like golfers say, just play the course.
Correct.
And what you have to do is essentially what the Buffalo Bills want to do. Use your legs as a weapon, Bo Nix, to extend the down and to extend drives. Don't be afraid to pull the ball down and run for 4 yards. That's huge. Be able to get those small pickups to make the downs and distances more manageable and give Sean Payton an opportunity to be aggressive himself when it comes to play calling on 3rd and 4th downs. If you can do that, keep away from Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Contrary to popular opinion, that's the best defense for Josh Allen, not the personnel that the Broncos have on the defensive side of the ball. It's not letting Josh Allen touch the field. And Bo Nix has an opportunity to do that because of his unique skill set and his ability to be able to move.
By the way, you just hit on the number one theme for me for the entire weekend for all games. QB rushing yards.
Yep.
It is the number one theme for me all weekend. If you think about it, you just brought up...
It's a big weekend for that.
The two with Buffalo and Denver. How about Brock Purdy? Needs to get some rushing yards, which he can do. How about Drake May against that Houston defense? How about Caleb?
Caleb, for sure.
I just think that if you had to say what's one X's and O's theme for the weekend, for me, someone who's a fan and media member who does not know X's and O's like the guy sitting next to me, but for me, it's QB rushing yards. Keeping drives alive, keeping the other team off the field. And in terms of Knicks, I think we underrate, not to the level that we underrate DeMeco Ryans, underrate the start to the career. He's had a phenomenal start to the career.
Agreed.
DeMeco Ryans is the most underrated start to the career guy in the NFL. 3 years, 3 postseasons, getting better every single year. Like, unbelievable start to the career as a head coach. Obviously, he played forever. But Bo Nix, 54 touchdowns, 23 interceptions, 2 years, 2 playoffs, coming off of a bad year the year before for the Broncos with all the Russell Wilson stuff. He has, in many ways, saved the hire of Sean Payton.
But he's also the poster boy on why young, talented quarterbacks should go back to college and get more seasoning. This is why. So you can give yourself the best possible chance to get your NFL career off to the best possible start. This is why Dante Moore going back to Oregon is a great decision.
Well, there you go.
This is it.
Yeah.
Bo Nix came out, what do you have, 60 starts in college? This is why. The moment won't be too big for him.
No.
Him being able to run the offense, him being able to run the operation, he can handle that. And so this year was just a progression in his development and adjustment to the NFL learning curve. And so far, he's done a damn good job. Second year, you're the number 1 seed in your respective conference. It's pretty damn good.
Absolutely.
Coming up, Smalls' dream matchup. There's nothing that makes her happier than watching the Rams and the Bears in the postseason. We're on Sportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. Coming up on Friday's jam-packed show, we get you set for the NFL's divisional round with NFL insider Tom Pelissero, Texans wide receiver Christian Kirk, Rams running back Blake Corum, and a What's More Likely. That's Friday on The Rich Eisen Show on Disney+, the ESPN app, and ESPN Radio.